or after?
Doing what's that?
Are you going to be sharing it right away or after? You're okay. Hi guys. Hello, hello.
How's it going?
Let me get, hold on. I just want to make sure it's public for you guys. So like when you want to share too, it's all good. So let me double check.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. If you guys pop on with us tonight, can you please just show us some love in the comments? Let us know you're here. I see Mandy. Can you guys read the comments? By the way, Don and Liz, can you guys see the comments? Or no?
I'm tapping on Don's live on his Facebook.
Yeah, she's gonna go right now and see if it's
okay.
And check the comments right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me just change the. Okay, we're good. All right. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Sarah. If you guys pop on with us, just let us know you're here. Say hello. Give us some love in the comments. I'm here with Dr. Don and his wife, Liz. And we're going to tell you a little bit of a story and a little background. And they are over in Michigan, right? Dr. Don, you're in Michigan?
Yep, Clinton Township, Detroit area, Rochester Hills, Shelby Township area.
Awesome. So all of our Midwest fans, you know, we're here. All right. All right. So, all right, you guys. So we're going to get started right away. We have a couple people commenting. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Heather. We are going to get started. We're going to get going here. And I asked Dr. Don and his wife, Liz, to come on and join me today because I really want you to hear more about their story. And then I want him to just share with you, he is a chiropractor in the Detroit area. Okay. And I want him to just share with you, you know, again, why they decided to have these products in their life. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about myself, but I decided to try our CBD whole flower fluid 6 months ago, okay? I saw my friend, who actually is a mutual friend of both of ours, sharing about this one-of-a-kind product. And I was suffering with severe postpartum anxiety. It was to the point where I wasn't around my family anymore. I wasn't being a good mom. I wasn't myself. I wasn't in the right headspace, and I needed something, but I just did not want to go to medication. So I tried this, and I mean, within 1 day, I could feel that difference. I mean, not even within a day. It was like within minutes or hours even. And so when I saw this too, at the same time, my dad he's been suffering with severe back pain his whole life. He's gone through 7 different back surgeries and been through so much. And I was like, you have to try this too. And when he said that it was lessening his pain, I couldn't believe it. You know, it was one of those things that, again, once I had something that good, I couldn't not tell people, right? I couldn't not share it. So long story short, with that being said, we all actually just got back from California together. So I actually had seen Dr. Don on one of my friend Bree's pages, and he was sharing actually about collagen, which he's going to talk about in a little bit. And so I got to officially meet this beautiful couple that last weekend, and we did some amazing, like, mental, physical growth challenges. It was, I mean, you could say, Don, like, what did you think about this weekend?
Oh, well, the physical, mental, and emotional component was outstanding. And the coming together, really, I'm still kind of detoxing mentally and emotionally from it. Well, and physically. But, you know, one of the things that I got from that and took it away is that everybody's really going through the same type of stuff. I mean, when we go through these types of things, we all struggle in certain ways. And I mean, what I really learned is we don't talk about it. We don't come together. We don't unite, and we kind of keep it. It's almost like we isolate ourselves, and we all have fears. We all have things that we need to overcome. But if we don't work with each other and come together and form a team, I mean, that's the whole thing is that us humans are meant to unite and form and create things, health, wealth, the abundance. And this organization, I believe, covers every base.
Totally.
And just what I took away with that, I saw breakthroughs that I've never seen. And I've been to some pretty intense trainings and stuff like that. I went to a Christian high school, and every year we had to go do 2 retreats, and this was by far exceeded any, and I thought those were mind-boggling and life-changing. So
Totally.
I cannot say enough about this weekend. I'm still processing. One more thing. I'm sorry. I don't want to take up too much time.
You're fine.
It's one of the other things that I learned from that was that, you can get to a 10 right away, and as being 10 is committed to anything, and do it. It's either you're doing it or you don't. And it's just so much easier just to do it. Do it out of the gate, right?
Yes, totally.
Not
100%.
piddling around, and let's take this and let's go.
Yes.
And that's really what I got this weekend. I want to be at a 10 all the time.
Well, and you guys,
and I believe
just like you said, I mean, honestly, like doing things, especially in this situation and with what we have our hands on, you guys, it's one of those things that like doing things. And if you actually do it right away, you're helping tons and tons of people. Like that's the beauty. It's not like, oh, should I do something and maybe it'll work? No, like you do it and you are going to see glorious things happen. Like that's
health as well.
Right.
100%. And when you have health, you can express yourself and you can do things that you were destined to do. And if you don't have the nutrients inside of your body, then you're not going to perform. You're not going to think right. You're not going to respond correctly. And I just believe every portion of this business, the supplements and everything, and the connections and the team, and all the leadership that was there was just. I've never experienced anything like it. I feel so blessed by the Lord to be able to that weekend. I was a little scared going in and stuff like that. I didn't know what to expect.
I agree.
But it was life-changing. Life-changing. I'm like thinking, I'm praying, I'm like, how much longer is this going to last? I might have to metabolize this mentally and emotionally for the next week or two. Seriously.
Totally. Totally. No, I'm with you.
I'm excited.
I love it.
I'm excited.
I know.
I want to thank you for having us on here too. Of course. I really do.
Of course. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys, and I'm so glad we can do this. You guys, this is the beauty of this too. Like I can have both of these guys on here virtually, which I could have never done this, So, all right. So I want to get to Liz. So Liz, can you just share a little bit about like how you came to the company and how you brought these, to Don and how it all unfolded.
Sure. So me and Bree became friends, I would say late last summer. I knew Bree from the previous company that we used to sell with. And I knew that she was not only successful, but just someone to really look up to, right?
Totally.
So I was doing another company that was kind of similar to what we're doing actually right now. And I'll just be honest with you, I just didn't feel like I was paid properly for my time. I still like the products. I'm not going to bash anything. I like the products, but you can like the products and still not feel valued. Not even financially, to be honest with you. It was just I didn't really feel like I was a part of a big, huge team like I did this weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just now feel like I'm a part of something more. So Bree reached out to us, and we kind of became friends, and I was seeing her stories and seeing her post about this coffee and stuff. So she had sent us out a few samples to try, and I was pretty blown away, honestly. The CBD and the coffee right off the bat were mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The coffee actually tastes really, really, really good. The other company, the coffee did what it was supposed to do, but that flavor wasn't there. So when I tried this coffee, I was like, oh my God, I'm holding it right here. If you get smell-o-vision, honestly, this coffee smells freaking fantastic. So I did this coffee in the morning, gave me amazing energy. And then we tried the CBD fluid. The CBD fluid was a little strong at first, I should say. So I was like, oh man, I don't know about this stuff. It's a little too strong. But honestly, within minutes, I felt so much better. I had a little bit of a headache when I tried it, and my headache almost instantly went away. So I was like, okay, now you have our attention, So I brought the products to my husband, and I said, okay, I want you to try this. I'm usually kind of the guinea pig and try whatever. And him being a doctor and trying all these different supplements and stuff through the years, obviously I hold his opinion high, even though I'm his wife, I still really trust everything that he says. So he tried stuff, he loved it. So it took us honestly a little bit too long to think about it. I wish I would have jumped on it at the end of last
Isn't
summer.
that the truth, right?
Yeah, I'm kicking myself in the booty, but it's all right. So I got a couple other products, the bigger sizes, and then I had some of my girlfriends try, and everyone loved it. So I was like, why not offer this to our patients? And we already have some pretty good supplements. We have a good supplement line, a few of them actually, that we love, that are trusted. But these products are very high impact products too. So why not tie them into our business? You know?
Yeah, 100%. So how when you brought them to him, and maybe Don, he can share, but what was his initial thoughts? When you were trying this, because you've obviously tried.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
No, I'll be blunt. I will be blunt.
Yes, be honest.
I was very recluse. Probably 2-3 weeks. I just danced around. I didn't even speak to. I told her this lately, but I was like, why? We already have whole food supplements, and at this time I didn't know these were whole food supplements. I didn't even ask because I was so.
Because you were like, what are you doing? Yeah.
So it was just this is just another line. It's just another thing that she might be getting into with, and I'm like, I put it off. So she finally got me to try the coffee, which I'll talk about that in a minute. And then I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. And then she just the way that my wife is, she knows how to give it to me ingredients. And then I started trying the other supplements. I went to the CBD, and everything just started falling into play. The products speak for themselves. And I am not lying. You can give this to somebody and the difference. Yeah. Lauren, you and I were talking right by the pool. I remember it was only less than a week ago. And even when you were speaking up on the stage about the product knowledge, one thing stood out that I stopped talking to people about that is on my radar as number one now. And these are raw whole food supplements. Now, I've read multiple books through my training. I did nutrition response testing, which is basically an approach to test nutrition or deficiencies or toxicities of a human being in their energetic field. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know if there's any chiropractors on here or anybody. First, one other thing too is that I really, truly, just coming on here today, I really feel that somebody is going to hear this tonight. And they need these products. And I'm just speaking out and I'm decreeing and declaring that somebody is going to be, multiple people are going to be touched by these products tonight. Yep. If you 100%. Just open up a little bit and listen. And I pray that something that I say or my wife says or you say, Lauren, opens the door so that somebody can get in here quicker and faster. Just like my wife said, I agree. We wish we would have jumped on board in late summer. It's these products are you, and we'll get to that. Yeah. What's that?
I said she's kicking you because you were the one who did it.
Yeah. You're a dragon.
So then, if you have never tried raw food supplementation, it is a complete game changer and life changer because 90% of the supplements that are sold in America are isolated, which actually tax the body more. Okay. When you're actually putting raw whole food supplements into the body responds and quickly and I used to, for probably 15-20 years, I would take supplements and not being not saying this or offending anybody, but as I would pee, it would be all yellow. Yeah. And I was just like, wow, I always thought to myself, that was weird. Am I absorbing these? Does it make sense? I always had that in my head. And then I'd go back and talk to the people and they're like, oh yeah, they're absorbing. And then after I educated myself, we as human beings don't succeed in life because we don't have the knowledge. And if we have the knowledge, we persevere and we become victorious in every area of our life. So if you've never tried, or if you've been taking supplements, first thing that I would notice, are they whole food? If they're not whole food, and that's where my door was shut at the beginning, because I didn't even ask at the start if they were whole food, because I'm like, I had so much training on whole food. I'm like, well, are these going to work? But when I found out, everything aligned when I found out that these are whole food, raw based. And if you've never tried whole food supplements, they will change your life. They're complete game changers.
100%. Yeah.
Sorry.
So you guys, when you started, Don, she brought you the coffee first, right? And then you said the CBD. Can you give us some just background information? Now, obviously you know, again, with your knowledge and with your education, you knew like, okay, yeah, this tastes good, but more, you know, like there's more, obviously. Like you're like, this isn't just a great coffee. Like you said, there's whole food raw in here. Now, why is it so different? Like, what does it help for us?
Okay, so do you want me to? You want me to start talking about the coffee?
Yeah.
And I move my way?
Yeah. Perfect.
So one of the things with the coffee is that I found right away is that I've always used these alkaline strips. So you take a piece off like this, right? And you can put this in your mouth and test your pH, or you can pee on it, and it gives you an indicator about how acidic or alkaline you are. Now, when the body doesn't have the right nutrition, or you're eating an alkaline or an acidic diet, that is where sickness, illness, and disease can proliferate and begin to try to slowly start to take the body over. The more sugar that you eat, these types of things are going to fuel acidity, okay? Yeah. So one of the first things that I started noticing with this coffee, and these aren't claims, I'm telling you my experience and my belief throughout this whole entire video, okay? So we're not claiming anything. I'm telling you my experience. Is the first thing is that I started noticing that my alkalinity started to just normalize. And every morning that I was waking up after I started drinking this coffee, if you put this coffee in there, the first time that you make it, obviously my wife said that the smell is remarkable, the taste is remarkable. I like to put the cocoa in it too. And there's actually nutrients. Imagine that. There's actually nutrients in the coffee to help our bodies maintain balance. Okay, so first off, you know, I was just thinking about this before I went. It's like how black and thick it's like coffee can almost be like a tar. It's like you can't even see it. Like this isn't like that. Okay, it's not like pitch black. My teeth are whiter because I was drinking 2 cups of regular. I mean, I'm not getting that acidity. I'm not getting that stain anymore. Okay, so the biggest thing for me was the shift into a state of alkalinity. And the only thing that I had shifted at that time was the coffee. So that was my experience, okay, is that that I started getting rid of a lot of the acidity. The more acidic you are, the more joint pain and brain fog. Because if you have all that, if you're very acidic, you are inflamed. It's not maybe. You are inflamed in every area. Your brain's inflamed. The more sugar you eat, it inflames your brain, your nervous system, your spinal cord, everything. So this product for me helped take me out of the acidic predominance that I've been in. And actually, I started wanting to drink more water. I'm going to tell you what, I honestly, I wanted to drink more water. I actually would get up and drink my water before, which I never did before coffee. It was like, I felt like as soon as I got up, I just wanted that coffee. Now I want to, it's more of a balanced relationship. I believe that I had a dysfunctional relationship with coffee before I tried Mojo. That's my experience. I've actually recommended it to a few people who are pot and a half drinkers. And one lady tried it, and just my passion and my movement towards this and my enthusiasm. And she said, I've been doing this for 20 years or something like that. I think she said a pot or a half a pot. Okay. Oh my gosh. And she tried the coffee, and then 2 days later we got flowers from her because of the change that she had already experienced after 2 days.
Totally.
I mean, I was like, who brought us flowers? And it was due to one of these products.
Right.
It's just we just touched somebody's life with this, and it created a ripple force.
Mm-hmm.
What else with the coffee? Oh, one other thing. With standard coffee, I always noticed that I'd spike quick. I'd feel like my heart was racing, my neurological system was racing, all of these types of things. I do not get. I know people that just don't drink coffee because of that fact. And for some reason at that time, I would just I kept drinking it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I do not experience. Lauren, what I call it, it's almost feels like it's like a time released pill or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's time released and it just maintains. Okay. And I don't like, I've had it where it's like 3 or 4 hours later, I'm like, I still feel this mojo. I still feel it in my system. And I do not want another cup of coffee. It's very rare that I even, and it's only, I only do a 6-8 ouncer. I used to be into the 20 ounces of coffee. And I never really honestly felt like I was satisfied. And now it's like sustainable energy. And it doesn't, I don't want to reach back for a cup of coffee because I'm satisfied. Yeah. Satisfied.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And because and what's, again, when you were talking about before, there's added nutrients in there. You guys, it's not just like a cup of coffee. You have a cup of coffee with the goodness of all of those added benefits and nutrients. And you're getting literally, like, if they math it out, it's like $1.90 for an unreal cup of coffee instead of going Starbucks and all the other stuff, You know
what, the other thing too, what else was I going to say about it? It's so amazing the way that your brain feels, and it doesn't feel overloaded or overclogged. It's just, I can't say enough about the coffee, because that was the entry point for me. Totally. I'm like, okay, if this product works, I want to see the bandwidth of the rest of what's going on.
Totally. And you better believe, like, if I was going to see Dr. Don, I would want his brain to be like not fogged if he's cracking me and stuff. So we're good that you have that. All right. So let's move on to CBD. So then she brought you the CBD, and kind of, how did that go? How did that
CBD?
start? What did,
Okay. So we had used CBD multiple different lines. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I got good results. I will not lie. I really had some pretty transformational shifts and change mentally, emotionally, and biochemically, even with my diet.
Sure.
So at that time, even with that, I was pretty satisfied with what we had been using. And it's the same thing. She says, just try it. My experience was almost the same. I thought it was overwhelming the first time that I had it. It was kind of like, whoa, that is, that's in your face. But within seconds, Lauren, literally, I felt my neurological system tension just drop. I knew that it was absorbing better. Mm-hmm. I believe that I had the mental clarity that I felt almost instantly. Yeah. There are also testimonials that I have that literally, I have people that I've worked on, and through my analysis and just being content with who I am as a doctor and a practitioner, I know that everything was handled in the physical realm in that adjustment. And the people can still be in pain because they could be processing and a number of different things. Their neurological system's trying to reset, trying to recalibrate. But a lot of what we do as chiropractors too is biochemical or dietary related. If the receptivity or the body is malnourished, we are not going to receive or be able to process entirely the chiropractic adjustment. Okay, the chiropractic adjustment in my mind is paramount. And but there's other involvements. As chiropractors, we work with stress and how we adapt or not adapt to it. Okay. And we handle those in the physical, mental, emotional, and chemical realm. Now, the chemical is is more biochemical. When you think chemical, obviously, you know, cleaning products and detergents and different stuff like that can toxify the body. But when the body is heavily nourished and you're getting the correct food, the body will handle those with complete ease. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the diet, but with the subluxation, or what we do as chiropractors to remove the interference to the neurological system, to the expression of life, the big thing is these days, especially with post-COVID, is all of the mental and emotional toxicity or debris that is being stuck and fixated in the neurological system.
Yep.
I believe, again, my belief here, I'm not claiming anything. The thing is that CBD oil, I've seen it firsthand. They get off the table. They have a massive shift in the physical realm, even a little bit of mental. But CBD helps tremendously in my practice for the emotional and mental component. There are CBD receptors that are in the neurological system. And I truly believe that our neurological system is almost like an antenna, okay? Mm-hmm. And it picks up frequencies and energies and different things like that. And it is my belief that this CBD and how absorbent it is, okay, it cleanses and clears almost like a freight train, just clearing off portions of the neurological system so that we can free this up and we can talk from the brain through the neurological system to the body and express life to tissues, organs, and systems.
100%. I love
it. So
I
this
can
is
listen.
Almost like it's
everyone on here is like, I can listen to him all day. I know we can listen to him all day. You just keep talking. You go. I love it.
So it's almost like, I almost feel like it's, I mean, and I'm just going to speak what comes out. It's almost like you're cleaning the house. You're cleaning everything. The first thing at conception that's made in the human body when a sperm and an egg meet is the brain and the spinal cord. And that is what governs and regulates life. And the neurological function is promoted and brought up a notch when we have CBD. I believe I am so for this product, and it's flower, so it's not oil based. So if you ever get a chance to go and try this product, do the drop into the water test. It will. You do it
blow your mind
with traditional CBD, and it just sits on the top and it doesn't even mix. When you drop this CBD, since it's flower based, it just goes like a cloud, and it infiltrates and it impregnates the whole entire glass.
Yeah,
it's like magic.
It is magic. It is. I love it. And
it is.
Dr. Tom, you guys said, and Liz, I think you said it too, but like if your patients come in and want to try it or something, you just like put the 2 drops on their hands, right? And some of them were getting like, oh my gosh, this is working like almost instantly.
Yeah, so I always have a bottle of that with my front desk scale, and then also in my own office. And if someone gets off a massage or they just get an adjustment and they feel, even if they feel good, I'm like, are you open to trying CBD? Again, I will tell them that it's earthy. And same thing with him. Funny stories, like, one drop, like what's one drop of this gonna do? Like we were used to taking like dropper pulls with other companies, right?
Right.
So we'll put like a little drop on the people's hand, and I'll tell them to like lick it off, and they're like, okay, all right, it's a little stronger, but so concentrate that like literally you only need 1 to 2 drops to like experience this product, which is freaking awesome. So they'll go home, and then later on they'll either message us or call us. It'll be like, how in the world did that 1 or 2 drops like literally make my headache go away, made me calmer? I mean, all these like little testimonials just off of little drops. So I think last week, even before we went, we sold probably like 4 bottles of this within those 2 days, just because of those 2 drop samples. So
100%.
Honestly, the real deal, like how concentrated and strong it is, that people feel the impact within 1 to 2 drops. That's unheard of, honestly.
Unheard of. Literally. So and you guys, like, you on the others.
one more little thing is that, like, I cannot stress enough the mental and emotional tax and stress that we have had post pandemic.
Yep.
I mean, even when my office opened back up, it was a whole new experience for me as a chiropractor, touching people under this amount of stress and that amount of uncertainty. We're leaving that. But the thing is that I want to talk about is the mental and emotional. I can't stress it enough, because after the physical adjustment has taken place, the person still has something going on. They get the drop of CBD, and it is the cherry on top. We're almost integrating and bouncing ideas off, since we have a new team member in our practice, about almost trying to see if we can almost maybe even, we're not starting it yet. We got to run trials and stuff like that, but even giving a drop before or after, or offering that. Just to prepare the neurological system to, or massage. It gets you into a place where you're more receptive, and this is part of this is about absorption. When you go in to get adjusted, when you go in to get nutrition, when you go in to get a massage, you want the absorption. You want to be present. You want to be, you're paying money for a service, and you want to get the maximum out of what you're doing.
100%. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so let's go on now to collagen. So I know you guys have started to bring in the collagen, right? Like, that was something too. I know for you, how did you initially, what did you think? And then now that you've done this research on it and you've had it for a while, tell us about it.
Okay. Yeah, so I had been taking a different company. It was a powder, and I took it for 2 months, and my wife was telling me, hey, take that, she was and I was like, I just felt like, I almost felt like, I just was like, I got to a point where I was like, almost like sneaking away when she talked to me about it, because I was like, I didn't feel that the absorption was there. It hurt my stomach. I didn't feel like, I felt that it was with the powder. This is not our product. Okay. So this is just a powder. This is the powder. So, and then after I began research, Bree asked me to do a live with her, and I researched and researched and researched, and then it just like a light went off. It's kind of like, like these trends that go through. You got keto, and then bone broth, and all these things, and then all of a sudden it's like, where have we been without collagen, right? Collagen, and then when I put my energy into this and did it and researched it, it just, a light went off. And as I started to research, I found out how this impacts and aligns with my profession. My profession is all about structure and function. When structure is good and you're aligned, function is maximized. And what collagen does is it maximizes the structure. It's a building block for all your cells, tissues, organs, and systems of your body. Okay? And in a minute, I'm going to put my glass on, because I cannot let you guys not hear some of the things that I got to tell you. I'm going to tell you 7 major benefits of this, and some of these will really, it's going to be awesome. Okay. But the collagen, with what we started to find out, is that this is 90% absorbent. Okay. So when you're doing the powders and these types of things, we're looking at around 30%, 30-ish. I mean, give or take 5. Again, no quoting. We're just, it's usually about 30, 90. So the liquid is getting it, and you can feel this. As soon as I took this for the first time, I could feel, because I've taken so many different supplements and so many different brands. I'm giving my honest opinion is I've been blessed with a gift to know how nutrition affects my body almost instantly. And awesome. I knew right away. I didn't get an upset stomach. I actually wanted it. I actually was craving it. I actually was getting up in the morning and waiting for my shot, because she hands it to me in a shot glass. So okay. So with this, the collagen, I'm actually starting, if there's any chiropractors online, I've actually started integrating this into my reported findings. Now, reported findings for chiropractors, where we present, we do an exam, consultation, all that, and then we do a reported findings and tell the patient what's going on, how can we help, how long it's going to take, how much it's going to cost. And I have actually just begun this week integrating it in and telling people, if you want the maximum results, you need to stay hydrated, you need to have minerals, and you need collagen.
Wow.
And this is going to complete the cycle, because if I'm adjusting into tissue systems if I'm adjusting into a spine that is malnourished, they will not see the results if there is malnutrition. And almost every human being has some type of deficiency in these realms. Okay. So
wow.
when you create and you put back into the soil, aka our body, our cells, our tissues, these are our body, our cells are seeds. And when you nourish the seeds, you get better results, and you get better life, and you get better function to flow out of your body.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk a little bit about a lot of people are always talking about okay, so the collagen is for skin, and all of the stuff that I have found is quite, I mean, obviously a lot of it is skin, okay?
Right.
But with this, I'm going to talk to you and tell you that skin is made, 70% of it is collagen. Brain function, it helps with brain function and structure. Bones, connective tissue, it helps with blood clotting, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Blood clotting. Muscles, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, blood vessels, eyes, our corneas,
Mm-hmm.
our teeth, fibrous, and our elastic cartilage, okay? So this isn't just about skin, hair, and nails. This is about forming the structure of our cells so that function can flow through those, and they can be more absorbent and receptive to nutrition. When our structure of our cells is not optimal, then we can't receive what's being put in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over these real quick here too. So these are the 7 components. Okay. So the first one is skin. Now there was a study done with 114 women, and they were given 2.5 grams of collagen. Now in this serving, that would be 4 times that. Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be like a fourth of a shot would be 2.5 grams. Okay. The results from that after 8 weeks showed that there was 20% reduction in the wrinkles with the collagen group, 65% increase in the collagen type 1, which is the precursor to collagen, okay? Yeah. And 18% increase in elastin or elastic effects of the skin and the tissues and the plumpness or the tone of the body, okay? This is remarkable, and this was a controlled, a placebo group and a control group. So we're talking that is what they found from this collagen, and you can't really call that loading. I mean, 2.5 grams is not loading. Okay, this is just like almost like a homeopathic, just giving the body what it needs. Okay, now I need to go ahead and start producing more of this. Okay. By using what this found too is the skin. By using small amounts, it encouraged natural production. Okay, so that is the first one. Now the second one is joint pain. So when we have a deficiency in collagen, it creates inflammation because it's inflamed because it doesn't have collagen in order to repair the cartilage in the joint. Yeah. So it's just a domino effect. When the body doesn't have what it needs, it will inflame. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you give the body what it needs, you will start to see changes and shifts and pay debt back off. I like to say debt. Yeah. People know debt. Yeah. And debt isn't just financial. We have debts in our bodies. Okay. And when you use just a small amount of this, now here's what those results were. Again, 80 subjects, 3 months, 2.5 grams. Okay. There were noticeable results by day 35 and marked improvements by day 70. When you give the body what it needs to heal, it heals. Yep. 4 more, and then I'll be done. Then I'll talk about the enzymes. And I know where we had 39.
Yeah, it's okay. We love listening to you talk. Everyone's like, yes.
Okay, so sleep. It helps with sleep, I believe. Now I'm going to go off of this because I believe that it helps with sleep because it gives you glycine, which is a precursor to collagen. And when you have more glycine, your body becomes more relaxed because you're giving it what it needs to relax. When you give your body what it wants to sleep because it can recover.
Yes.
It goes into a parasympathetic dominance, which means that it's in a state of healing. It doesn't want to do that. It wants to stay revved up.
Yes.
You said when you don't, when the body doesn't have what it needs, it goes into a sympathetic dominance, which means that it's looking for something. It wants something. It's craving something that it's not getting. So the body tends to go into that. So collagen helps the body down regulate because it comforts it in essence and saying, I got what I need. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
And really
Next
quick,
one is liver effects. I love that.
When you're saying 2.5, that means that's what, when you were sharing 2.5, that's what all those tests were, right? And for ours, it's 10, right? So
they were both 2.5. It's 10.
Okay, so just so you guys know who are listening,
yes,
our
thank you.
is almost like 4 times this amount. That's what he's sharing with you. These results are happening with a smaller dose. So when you understand that, like, what can happen within such a short amount of time, this is why. Okay, so when he's sharing this with you, understand that those results were over a longer period of time with smaller doses. So
absolutely. So the second or the fourth one is liver and digestion. I cannot believe what it's done with my gut too. Okay. And also it helps collagen through glycine. Again, glycine is the big component here. It actually helps with bile salts. Now, if we don't know what bile salts are, they help emulsify fat and break down fat. We'll get down to carbohydrates and proteins and fat digestion in coming up quick, but
yeah,
collagen is it helps with manufactured bile salts and the digestive system, because my belief again is that it helps repair the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, and the intestines, because collagen is part of that process to help create structure in those tissues and systems and organs.
Yeah.
Women, here we go. Okay, this is hormonal. This one really got me. This is huge right here. Okay. A huge impact on hormones. They regulate, so hormonally, regulation and modulation of estrogen, it helps with regulation. And when there's too much estrogen in the body, collagen helps mop it up and quarantine it and take it out of the body.
Wow.
Thank God.
Wow.
Takes estrogen. Oh, and one more thing too. Excessive estrogen creates bloating and water retention. Okay.
That makes sense.
So which bloating and water retention is highly related from my nutrition to digestion.
Yep.
So you're seeing how these are all interrelated.
Yep.
Hormones, digestion, liver. Liver produces 50 different hormones per minute. Okay, and it performs 2,000 different functions per hour. So when we have these things and when we're putting collagen back into our body, we're going to see drastic effects on every area of our body. I'm almost done. The thing is that we don't want to just isolate and think we're just taking this just for our skin, our hair, and our nails. This is bigger. Right. It's bigger. It's a lot more global than what we're leading on to believe. Muscle recovery. We want to take, if you have an acute injury, this actually helps. And people are like, oh, I need to take more protein. You do need to do that, but you also need to load and rebuild with the collagen, because again, how many times have I said this, Lauren? Structure. Okay, the protein helps, but the collagen helps with the structure. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
So it helps with the rebuilding of those.
I love that. I love that because so many people think, again, I'm so glad you said that, it is just, collagen's for hair, skin, and nails and only for women, right? Like that's where everyone goes to, but it is so not just that.
Final one is brain function. Neurological, it helps with neurological, neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, and all these other types of things. It is scientifically and evidence proven. Obviously, there's not been a lot of this done because collagen is a big, huge buzzword right now. But I guarantee you the fact that they're going to start doing these things and seeing these effects, because I'm going to couple this back. I just thought of this, right? The collagen with this, you're cleaning the receptors. It already says that it helps clean up things and rebuild portions of the brain. So again, structure.
Yep.
So
100%.
those are the components. It acts as a buffer. It helps neurologically as a buffer to help the brain, the neurological system. So it's such an encompassing product. So, and then as you start to see, and even as I'm talking, it's like, okay, well, that helps with this, and then this interrelates to this with all the products. That's what I also love about this system, is that they're simple. In a chiropractic office, we have a lot to do as doctors, okay? And we like things that are easy and that we can lean on and know and trust with integrity. I don't like to sell a product that I haven't tested, that I haven't sold and seen the results, and then I start putting into my practice. These products speak for themselves, as I said before, but all of them interrelate. The CBD and the coffee with the alkalinity and the collagen. So all of these come together to help us. We were designed to be happy and healthy and abundant. That's my belief, okay? And these products and this company and where they're going is totally in alignment with my wife's and my purpose.
100%.
Life. I'll get to the life enzyme real quick, and then I'll be good. Okay. So again, I go back to the reported findings. I always talk about minerals and vitamins. Okay. Now this study it was a Senate document 264. It was done in 1936 by the United States government. Google it. It's Google Senate document 264, and that was in 1936. And it said at that time that 99% of Americans were deficient, severely deficient, in minerals and vitamins, which means the building block of nourishment to rebuild our cells and tissues and organs and systems, which is the next generation of who we are, right? We don't jump into the same river twice, right? Okay. So what I always say is that with the life enzyme, okay, you're going to be, with my other products that I used to have in my practice, I still carry a lot of those. But if I had to do this, okay, with this bottle, it helps digest proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. With my old arsenal, I had to have 3 or 4 different products to go at it from completely different angles, okay? And then I believe it overwhelmed the system a little bit, okay? With this one, it helps with the digestion of fats, carbohydrates, protein. It's a probiotic and a prebiotic. Oh, I'm sorry. So then I need another bottle before the probiotic and the prebiotic. Okay.
Exactly.
Now we got 6 bottles, $120, and it probably still isn't as global and far-reaching as this product is. So for all of us who don't know what an enzyme is our ally. It helps us to break food down to be usable by our cells and tissues and organs. We're only as healthy as our cells. So when our cells are healthy, we are healthy. Okay. So if you think about this, if you overcook food, let's take milk, for example. Okay. So if it's been homogenized, it's been pasteurized, it's been fortified, it has all these different processes, it can denurture the enzymes that were naturally occurring in those food. Okay. So if you have a banana, for instance, the banana, and you don't cook it. I mean, I don't know any human being who cooks a banana. I mean, maybe Banana Fosters or something, right? But you'd still probably don't denurture the enzymes. The enzymes are what help make the food digestible and be usable and absorbable by the body. And sometimes when we use certain products, especially like milk and even like skim milk or something like that, it's been changed and modified so many different times that and I can't, there's no statistics, but a lot of the times through all those processes, the enzymes are denurtured and they're in there, but they're not working anymore. They're not still alive. And what ends up happening then is that the body goes into inflammation because it doesn't have what it needs to break it down and be usable by the body. So that's what an enzyme is.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, oh my gosh. First off, I hope Liz is showing you these comments after, because everyone is just like, oh my gosh, I need so much more. I need to hear. So you guys, I mean, obviously you can tell he has that research, he has that knowledge, he has that passion, but you guys, it's not just because, oh, they're just some other product. Like, again, it is because they're different. It is because of those whole food raw, truly what's in them. And Dr. Don and Liz, for me especially too, like I was very, very big on my ingredients. Okay. So like when I was looking at a supplement or a product or anything, I needed to make sure that the ingredients in there were true to what I believed in. And you guys, that's the beauty. Having these products, there is no, the other ingredient list on all those things you see out there that when you click on other ingredients, you guys, I'm telling you, do it. Click on the other ingredients and you're going to see all the added crap that they put in a lot of supplements or a lot of products. That makes happen.
So one of the products that we used to use that was a CBD, after I went back and reviewed it, there was 15 different additives to it. And
isn't that crazy?
It's like, oh my. I mean, look at the Soothe bottle. When you buy it and you use it, look at it. Look at what's in it. It's whole flower extract.
Yep.
No carrier.
No, nothing. And you guys, and that's
any other questions that.
Let's see. There was one, but gosh, it was so far away. If you guys are on, still ask questions. There was one about. Let me see if I still can find it. Everyone is just like. They're blown away by what you provided. So that was amazing. Gosh, it was about, okay. There's so many comments. I can't find it, but which is a good thing, you guys. I'm glad you're commenting so much, but let's see it. I'll go back down to new comments. A letter from me. If anybody has any questions, it's probably a delayed on it. Okay. Here she is. She wrote it again. Good job. What about food sensitivities, intolerances, and food-based supplements? So she's saying, like, if she has a food sensitivity or an intolerance to something, would that affect anything with the supplement?
Well, here is, again, my belief, okay? And by working with patients, thousands and thousands of patients through nutrition response testing, being an ACT grad from nutrition response testing, I believe that it is my contention after seeing all these thousands and thousands of visits that a lot of food sensitivities are enzyme deficiencies. Think about it. If you don't have the enzymes in there, they don't break the food down, which causes inflammation. And inflammation is allergic reaction, which is a sensitivity.
Yep.
It's the denurturing of enzymes. They are the greatest thing because they help you use the food that you're putting into your body and your mouth.
100%.
Now, there's a lot of people who don't spend that time to chew and to break things down and to be cognizant of that. So the digestion has a harder time to do it, and it has harder work to do down here in every capacity. So again, chewing your food thoroughly and using a digestive enzyme, because let me just tell you, even with steak, okay, if you're eating a well done, and we're not getting into that realm, but if you're eating a well done steak or a medium well steak, you got to pump these enzymes in there, and to help metabolize and break down so that the body can actually utilize that. Because when you overcook it, even when you use vegetables and you steam them beyond a point, you denurture them. And their structure, what are we talking structure again? The structure is denurtured, the enzymes are denurtured, and then you're really not getting any nutritional value. Those are the times where you need to reach for the enzymes so that your body can actually break them down in some capacity so they don't just stick to you.
Exactly.
So to answer the question, my belief is that utilization of, if you have a food sensitivity, and by using life enzymes, that will, over time, hopefully 2-3 weeks, you'll start to see radical changes and shifts, because whatever you're putting into your body is a reaction of inflammation because the enzymes were not there.
Exactly. And two, depending on what the sensitivity is, you guys, there, again, like he shared, there are enzymes in there literally to break down gluten, to break down dairy. So if you have a dairy sensitivity, these are actually going to help. If you have a gluten sensitivity, these are going to help. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, this thing covers every base. So if you're eating lactose, if you're eating sugar, if you're eating fat, if you're even on keto, using the life enzyme will help with that, and the collagen, because we talked about the bile salts.
And actually, I have two little stories. So I had a lady that took this, and she had like a lot of food allergies, popcorn, corn, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
She was starting to trust these supplements. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna try popcorn again. And it was 7 years that she had no popcorn. She tried this, and she had no tummy ache because she took this prior to eating that popcorn. So she was blown away, which is freaking amazing. And then I had another girl that took this, and again, food allergies, food sensitivities. She took it afterwards. She said, "Oh, my tummy's hurting." I said, "Well, try that enzyme. I gave you a sample of that enzyme. Try it." I think she said within about 15, 20 minutes, her tummy burning went away. So
oh my God.
it's great for adults, it's great for children. I have patients that their children are not pooping. I mean, that's an issue for a lot of people, you know. That food is not breaking down. So that depending on the child's age, they may not be able to swallow a pill. If you ever seen a pudding demo, it's freaking insane. But what this enzyme does is it actually helps break down that food. And then the child is actually able to go to the bathroom. I've seen it work with dogs and issues with dogs' tummies.
Oh yeah, so animals too.
This enzyme is honestly like, animals, kids. This enzyme is always in my purse. When we go to the restaurant, if we get into a little extra bread or anything, this is like my go-to product every single day. And then any kind of extra indulgence, double on this because this product is amazing.
Yeah, it sure is, Liz. And you guys understand too, you know, like we're not eating what we used to eat, you guys. Like, and sadly, the things that are put into our food, it's just not what, you know, unless you're out there back doing your own gardening and getting all your own foods. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of added things in your foods. Absolutely. And your body is working hard. It is working overtime. And that's why so many people at younger ages, you know, so many people think, oh, it's just for, you know, older people have gut issues. No, like, and especially kiddos. Think of the food that the kids eat now. Absolutely. Like, you know, it's like, that's why, and they need that to help. So, okay, everyone. Okay, everyone. All right, they're all going. They're like, we're going to watch our kids. Okay, all right, you guys. So thank you guys so much, truly, Dr. Dawn and Liz. Thank you for getting on with us. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and just your story and understanding. And we really, really appreciate your time here tonight. If you guys have obviously more questions, comments, they're tagged in both of these.
Yeah, we can do another one too.
Go around to our page.
Yeah. And we're gonna do another one too next week too. So you guys can hop on with us on their page too. And I think you shared it to your page too, Liz, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. So they can see it.
You,
okay,
Lauren.
good. You're welcome. All right. Bye guys. Thank
Bless you
you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.